Hi everyone, you are watching Path of Ash. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been a hot minute, hot minute, but I am back because recently I've been getting a little bit of a buzz on an old video that I posted a couple of months ago or almost a year ago about heat trained hair. So we're gonna get right into it. Okay, so the video that has been recently getting attention that I posted a while ago, like May of 2023, is the heat train hair update slash FAQ video. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link it down below. But pretty much in that video, I was just telling you all about my heat train journey, why I wanted to heat train, the process that I was doing, how I was doing it, and just discussing how I do love my natural hair, but I was looking for a different method to be able to deal with it easier, and so on. I've had a lot of people recently comment on that video about how they're looking to do the same thing with their heat trained hair, that they're just trying to do something new with their natural hair and make their lives a lot easier, which I am all for. So I felt the need to make this video since it's been over a year that I've been heat training, to show y'all the good, the bad, the ugly, and also a little bit more of an FAQ if you're looking to do this, and also to give y'all an update of my routine. So to make things more organized, I am going to go into like the FAQ aspect first, because I feel like everybody wants to know if it's right for them, if it isn't, or what have you. To revisit what heat trained hair is, heat training is using heat on your hair to slowly loosen your curl pattern. So if you are natural and you're looking to kind of loosen your curl pattern without using any kind of chemicals, then heat training may be something that you want to look into. Heat training is also referred to as like heat damage under control, because with the use of heat, your hair is going to, weaken, and anything that's weakening any kind of bonds in your hair equates to damage. So a lot of people are scared of that, because a lot of people don't want to risk, having their curls loosen or any kind of straight ends. If you are a person who prefers like your curly hair and you want to keep your curls intact the way that they are, then this heat training isn't for you, because over time, with you using heat every wash day or on schedule, your hair is going to weaken. So I want to always put that as like a little disclaimer out there, that if you like your curls the way they are, don't do this, because they're not gonna look the same. But the thing about heat training is that you can always control how loose you want your pattern to be, or how much heat that you want to use. So you can have a different schedule. You can flat iron your hair every week, and your hair is going to, of course, loosen or get damaged quicker than if you were to do it every 2 weeks or every month. So just keep that in mind with like the schedule use of that's how your hair is going to loosen. Also with the temperature that you're putting your heat tools on plays a factor as well. I've been recently getting comments about like, when you heat train, do you have to wear the straight sleek style look? And no, you don't. Heat training can just be, I've heard the term blow dry natural. So when you wash your hair, you just always blow dry every wash day, or you keep your hair stretched out. And I've done that for a long time. I was a blow dry natural. I will always use my blow dryer every single wash day, didn't matter, and I didn't have any heat damage at all just using that, because a blow dryer is more of like indirect heat versus direct heat with the actual flat iron. So when I started to do the heat training in that 3-month FAQ like update video, I was more so on the blow dried natural side. I always blow dried my hair every single wash day, and then I was flat ironing my hair once a month for like a straight but not bone straight look. So to say that you can definitely be a heat trainer, or you can definitely start heat training without silk press. It doesn't always have to be a sleek look. You can monitor how much heat you use, and you can do different styles. Now here is an old braid out, just like it was in that video, and that has been my go-to for a while, with just maybe using an old silk press to do a braid out, or just washing my hair, blow drying it, doing a braid out or washing my hair and getting under the overhead dryer with a braid out. But every wash day is incorporating heat, and that heat is risking for damage. But as of right now, I wouldn't say I don't have damage. I have noticed more looser of a curl pattern in the front. Like my hair barely like curls in the front like it used to. And also, well, the back has always been tighter than the front, so the back still curls up. Also, like my roots are flatter than they were before. If you go back inside that video, it kind of looks the same, but I can tell a difference, especially when I wash my hair. So like there's that when it comes down to an update of how my hair is. But yes, like I was saying, it doesn't have to be a silk press all the time. You can do braid outs or just have your hair more stretched than it was if you were to air dry, but you're still incorporating heat every time, if that makes sense. Now, looking back in that video, that old video when it was 3 months to it's being like almost like 15 months with me heat training, I do see, like I said, a big difference. My hair was a lot more heavier then because I was doing the blow drying process, and now what I have changed, I have been doing some more silk presses than I used to do in between. And the reason for that is that I don't really like bone straight look, but I do like being able to like wrap my hair at night rather than doing the whole perm rod, twist out, braid out kind of thing every single time. So I kind of give my hair a break from that. So instead of it being, it's still once a month that I do that silk press routine, but I kind of try to maintain it for more than the 2 weeks, if that makes sense. So I kind of changed my wash day process a little bit. So at first I was washing my hair every 2 weeks or every 10 days to 2 weeks, and I was using the blow dryer, doing my braid out and doing my twist out, and then occasionally doing that silk press once a month. But now I wash my hair almost every week, so it's still maybe the 10 days. I don't wait the full 2 weeks anymore, so it's more so like the 10 days. And then I will do like the braid out under the hooded dryer. That's been my go-to a lot. Or I'll blow dry and do the braid out, and that will last for a full like week, and then or to 10 days. And then once this starts to get in the way that it is now, I will go back and wash it again after the days have passed, and then I will kind of choose if I want to do the silk press or if I want to do this all over again. So it kind of has changed. It's not really as straight and rigid because after it's been a year, I kind of just started to get used to it, especially with it being a lot more easier to manage with the detangling as how much my curl pattern has loosened. And I will soon post like a wash day video so y'all be able to see like the huge difference in my hair and how I'm able to kind of comb through, detangle it a lot easier. The blow drying process has been going through a lot easier. So that's another thing that I wanted to kind of make a state as a fact, that once you kind of heat train your hair, because you're training, literally training your hair to be able to receive the heat a lot easier, better, because you're doing it so consistently, you would notice how longer your silk presses last, or you would notice how easier it is or how quicker it is to really get your hair fully blow dried, or how to get the achieved look that you want rather than it being a fight. Now in the beginning, it's a fight. In the beginning, your hair is so resistant to it because that's not something that you do, because like in the natural hair community, heat is really frowned upon. So if you don't really use heat like that, it's going to really be a fight because your hair is going to be defiant to it. So you're going to try to do that silk press and it ain't gonna be so silky, and that's okay. You got to keep trying. I feel like that's a lot of things that kind of turn people off with the heat training, because it's like, oh, it's so much work in the beginning and it just doesn't look like it's paying off. But if you keep at it, consistency is key in heat training. So if you keep at it and you keep flattening your hair if you want to do the straight look, or you keep blow drying your hair if you want to do the stretched out look with still, you know, some curls and volume, the more you do it, the more it's going to kind of be easier. And if you don't have time for all that, just go to a stylist and let them hook you up if you got the money for it, because it's crazy out here. But do that first, and then after a while that you see your texture loosen with the professional, then you'll be able to do it yourself easier. But like I said, consistency is key, so keep that in mind. All right, so the last thing I do want to touch bases on with the update of my hair, I did give y'all an update on my routine. Things slightly changed, but not that much. Just the like amount of heat usage. Also, I do want to tackle temperature really fast before I get into products. So for my temperature, I do have type 4 textured hair, so I usually flat iron my hair if I'm doing a so-called silk press, but I just call it like maybe like a light press because I only pass through maybe once or twice, and I don't really care if the roots are puffy or whatnot. But doing that, I kind of put my flat iron between like 400. The highest I will go is 420, but I haven't done 420 in a while unless I really do want to get a sleek look. But that's the temperature that I do. I don't know how hot the blow dryer gets, but I do keep that on medium to high setting on the blow dryer. If it's my blow dryer brush, then I will use this for the high setting, but if it's the actual blow dryer, I kind of use that for medium. And then my overhead dryer, I swap between high, medium, and I do use cool sometimes because that is directly on the scalp, and I kind of care more so about my scalp because that's where the hair grows from rather than like the hair being dry. So there's that. But getting into products really fast, I still haven't changed any products really. Like I said, a lot of people who are like straight hair naturals, they change their products to cater more to their straight hair. I don't really consider myself as a straight hair natural because yes, I use heat, and yes, I occasionally wear my hair straight, but that's not something that I commit to every single day or every single week. Every single wash day, once a week or the 10 days or what have you, does not consist of using a flat iron. Now it consists of using a heat tool, but not a flat iron. So I'm not a straight hair natural. I wear my hair like this all the time. This is a little bit raggedy because I've been stretching this braid out as long as I possibly can, and I am going to be washing my hair soon. It's supposed to be tomorrow, and I feel like I said this in the other video. It's supposed to be tomorrow, but it's probably not gonna be tomorrow, y'all. Like, it's just one of those things. It hasn't passed the 10 days yet, so I'm still good. But what I was saying is that I'm not a straight hair natural, so I don't change all my products. I still use my curling creams, I still use my mousses, my butters, my oils, everything that we use on my natural hair. One thing I can say that I've changed though, I have changed my shampoo. But not for the reason because I've been using heat. I kind of just wanted to look at different products and see what works. So I've been using this Creamy Aloe shampoo by ORS, and it's really good. It gets my scalp really clean. I still use my Pantene shampoos and my Aussie shampoos, but there was some that I had to kind of change out because I've noticed that my hair was getting a lot drier, and that could be because of the heat, because I feel like when you use heat a lot, you need a lot more moisture, and I feel like that's what people kind of skip or skimp on because of the reversion factor. But sometimes you got to risk that hair reverting for the moisture. You don't want your hair to be dry and lifeless. Now my hair is really frizzy, so it's appearing to be dry, but I put like mousse and oil on it this morning, and that's why it's got this little, what is this going on right here? But that's okay. I'm willing to make the style look jacked up for my hair being moisturized. Speaking of moisture though, what I also have incorporated with the heat training, has been over a year, is doing deep conditioning every single wash day, like not even playing around on that. So before, when I was just doing like the blow dryer, you know, using that, I wouldn't say I wasn't deep conditioning a lot, because I was deep conditioning, but it wasn't every single wash day. I was using conditioners that had more of like that hydro moisture, you know, like the Aussie has a 3-minute moist, and you can kind of use it as a deep conditioner, but I wasn't really doing the whole deep conditioning rundown with putting the bag on my head, sitting under the dryer, using the heat, etc. Now that is a must. Every single wash day I deep condition my hair no matter what. I sit it under the dryer and just do that. Also, I have been doing like hot oil treatments and pre-poo treatments I've been coating my hair with like thicker oils so that if I do shampoo, it doesn't really dry out my hair. Now, some of the shampoos, like I said, I had to swap out because they were drying my hair out like towards the ends. So even with me doing a pre-poo, so I had to kind of make that adjustment. But I've been doing that a lot more and really catering to the moisture, because natural hair within itself without heat training, well, my texture was already dry. And I didn't want to have the dryness plus the heat and then all that snap, crackle, and popping. That's not what we was gonna do. So I had to incorporate moisturizing a lot more into it, and I will recommend that if this is something that you're starting to do, just keep moisturizing. I recommend treating your hair like you have chemicals in it, like how people like that have relaxed hair do their hair, kind of follow their routine, because like that heat is not as damaging as chemicals, but it's still damage at the end of the day. It's still doing something at the end of the day. Just like putting color to your hair, it's still making your hair not the way that it was, so you got to do extra stuff. So that's what I will recommend. Not sure how people feel about Olaplex treatments. I haven't done that. I haven't even tried Olaplex, but I've seen it work wonders on people's hair, especially with the bonds being broken and all of that, and how it has a treatment. I personally use the Cream of Nature. I use all of their deep conditioners. They have something, I think it's called like the 7-plex or the 9-plex or something, and it has like, it's a spray bottle. It's a whole little line. I think it's, I don't know if it's supposed to be like an off brand, not off brand, because Cream of Nature is good, but I don't know if it's supposed to be a dupe of Olaplex. But it's, you know, it has a whole product line. They have a whole argan oil line that I personally love. Y'all watch my channel, y'all see it a lot. That kind of protects your hair and does intensive treatments on it, like conditioning wise, and I use that a lot. So I noticed that that has made my hair a lot more moisturized. Now the damage is still happening, guys. Like you're not, like I said, it's like relaxing your hair. You're not getting away with the damage. Your hair is always changing, but you're doing extra steps so that your hair doesn't like break within that change, if that makes sense. Now, I've been rambling for a long time. That's all I can think of product wise. Like I said, everything has been the same, not a lot of changes. So I do want to thank y'all for sticking through this video, and you know, comment below any of your concerns, or if you feel the same way, or go ahead and watch that older video if you're more so into the I want to keep it on the blow dried side. And yeah, if y'all have any more questions, feel free to comment those below. If y'all want me to make more hair videos or content, because I've been slacking on the content, y'all, so y'all put me in check. Comment that below as well. I hope y'all all enjoyed the video, and I will see y'all all in the next one. Bye.